starting about 16 years old, worked until I was 24, then went back to college, finished up at UCLA, then went to law school. After law school, I came out, I was a prosecutor. I was a prosecutor at the city of Hesperia. I was a prosecutor up there in the high desert, and then decided to come out and open my own practice. I'm a person, when I came here to the United States, that was very alone. And so I look at myself and a lot of other people that come to me. One of the first cases that really, I think, changed my perspective wasn't actually one I was prosecuting. I just happened to be in the immigration courts. I was helping a friend out, and there was an old couple that came to me. They were both 90-some years old. They're from the Philippines, and they began to cry. And they said, I really want my child to come to the US. I want them to become a green card holder and a US citizen. But I don't understand, we've been waiting for 10 years. I didn't know anything about immigration law. I began to talk to other people in Los Angeles, and I realized that while there are a lot of good Asian American attorneys, there aren't very many good ones serving the community within the San Gabriel Valley, is to help those same people so that they don't have to feel like I did when I was young. And that's how my law firm began. The biggest challenge, I think, for any attorney, not just myself, is getting things done. We have plenty of cases, but it's whether we can actually accomplish our clients' goals. I didn't have one client when I came out. I had 0 clients. And what I focused on was customer service. But I realized early on that clients were looking for people that provided good customer service, that were willing to communicate with their clients, that were willing to be available to them. And so from very early on, I said to myself, no matter the outcome, the clients would walk away knowing what was the status of their cases and what needed to be done. And whether we won or we lost, we made sure that every client felt that we provided them good customer service. We have a very large firm. We have many good attorneys in various areas. What I do specifically is I deal with business, real estate, and labor compliance. Those are my 3 areas. Well, I think clients in general, when they approach me, they typically need to find an attorney that's going to be calm but aggressive. I think everybody needs to find an attorney that matches them, matches their personality. At our firm, we are hyper aggressive in litigation. I think in doing so, you will find that the attorney gives you the analysis provided in a much better way. The client is the boss. I'm not the boss. And that they can fire me at any time. And to believe that because customer service is necessary, that's where the good attorneys become great. We can't accept every case that comes to us. Unfortunately, we have to reject 80% of the cases that come to us on a daily basis. And the reason is that when I look at a case, I have to see whether the client and the law firm can match. I know within the last year, we had a $17 million judgment. That comes by finding the right case and the right attorney. So the difficulty, at least for me, is to be able to convince the client that it's important that they wait so that I can research the issue and the facts, the underlying law, and be able to give them a proper answer. People hire us because we don't lose, and we don't lose. But at the same time, to be able to see the satisfaction in someone's face, to be able to let them know that the system is not against them, and to be able to accomplish their goals is the ultimate satisfaction. But the second most difficult issue relates to disorganization. And I noticed that most clients, when they go to an attorney, because they believe cases are very simple, are very disorganized about the facts and their documents. And what attorneys really need is for someone to be able to come up to them, be able to describe the issue to them clearly, but do it in an organized fashion. I really learned that people don't understand the system. It's really a system that's set up where a majority of people, when the government prosecutes them, they really feel like the government is against them. Whether it's simple, it's really not simple, but whether it's a DUI, to whether somebody is accused of murder, no matter what occurs, the government seems to have an imbalance as it relates to prosecution of individual citizens. And, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of cases where people need to be prosecuted, but in general, I feel that people feel cheated by the system in which they support. And because of that, I felt it was necessary to come out. One thing that I would like to do is to require that each attorney, before they become an attorney, have courtroom experience and trial experience. 97% of cases settle in California. That is a standard. It doesn't matter whether it's criminal or civil. And therefore, a lot of attorneys don't have the experience of being in the courtroom and going to trial. Another thing I would like to change is to require attorneys to have pro bono cases. Some states have begun doing that, where they actually take on cases for free to help out society. And I believe if those two things were changed and implemented in California, I think a lot of attorneys would be much better attorneys overall. And I think ultimately, that's what makes a good attorney great.